All right, let's go.
I am your father.
Hello, everyone. It is David from Red Wagon Dioramas, and I'm here with another monthly pickups video for you. This is six figures a month for the month of March 2025. Wow, I can't believe it's April already. Jeez. So if you're new to the channel, at the end of every month, I do a video like this where I just share my top 6 favorite action figure pickups for the month. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Collecting Star Wars is obviously my main thing, but I do collect some Marvel Legends and some G.I. Joe Classifieds and a few other things here and there. This month, I will tell you guys, it is all Star Wars except for one. And there is quite a cool mix of both modern and vintage in this month's video. Before I get to that, I want to tell you guys about ICC Con in Nashville, May 16th, 17th, and 18th. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is the convention I went to last fall. I had a absolutely blast at it. I decided I'm going to go back again this year. I'm bringing my 14-year-old son with me. The website is icnashville.com. You can look it up there. You can find all the info you need. If you guys are going to buy tickets, use my coupon code. It's not too late. Use Red Wagon and you'll get 10% off any of the tickets you buy for the event. I shared a bunch of videos from ICC Con last fall, so you can check those out on my channel. I will be there all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you see me there, come say hi, and I'd love to meet you and hang out. All right, it's time. Let's get into the action figures. Number 6 this month is the only item in the list this month that is not Star Wars. So I'm going to go with G.I. Joe Classified. I picked up the Raptor figure. This is the G.I. Joe Classified Raptor figure made by Hasbro. It's been out for, I don't know, maybe 6 months now. It's not a new figure. It's been sitting on the shelves at Target for a while. Seemed to come in and out of stock a little bit, went on clearance, then went back to normal price. Well, I got one last week for $10 at Target. So I was like, man, this is awesome. Good, great score. This character honestly is a kind of crazy, stupid, hilarious design for a character, you know, a guy in a bird suit. And the vintage figure that they put out in the 80s, which I had as a kid, was even sillier. It just had like these fabric wings and he had a pet hawk and he kind of looked like this. So they actually did a great job, I think, bringing a modern look to Raptor with this figure. So really cool articulated wings on this guy. The design is really good. The paint, the sculpt. The main thing that bothered me with this figure is that the head just doesn't have any forward or back movement. Like it barely moves front or back. And this is actually, I actually popped this head and I cut some of the plastic away from the back of the neck there to try to get some more articulation out of him. And he just doesn't move very well. So I was kind of disappointed in that because, you know, as a flying character, you want him to be kind of in that flying pose and looking forward instead of just looking down. And then also the claws were disappointing to me. I ended up snipping the claws so that I could clip them around his wrist instead of in his hand, just because they looked kind of weird and awkward in his hand. So I think overall the design aesthetic is really awesome and it's a great, you know, modern take on the classic vintage figure. But it could have used a little bit better work on the head. You know, if they'd done a disc joint, for example, on the head for these flying characters, that'd be really helpful. And the claws were just not really executed very well. Otherwise, though, still a cool figure, makes my list this month. Number 6. All right, Star Wars. I went to Harry's Toy Show in Franklin, Massachusetts this last weekend. Picked up some cool stuff. I'm going to show you one other thing from that pickup. But one of the items I got for only $4 was this little chopper droid. 3.75-inch chopper. I actually was missing him from my collection of the original Rebels figures that were released like 10 years ago or something, maybe longer than that. And I have all the other crew, but I didn't have Chopper. And I didn't pick up the Ghost or any of the modern TVC Rebels figures. I actually like the kind of 5POA Rebels figures that they put out a while ago, just because they're more retro styled. But I didn't have Chopper, and I found him at the show this week, and I'm very excited. So he's going to be added to my collection of Rebels figures. And that was just a cool pickup for me. One of those things where you go into a show and you're kind of like in the back of your mind, like, I hope I see a Chopper figure for cheap. And that's exactly what I found. Right at the end of the show, too, right before I was leaving, I was able to grab this guy for $4. So awesome pickup, makes the list this month. Something a little unexpected, but something I really like. Okay, number 4 is a 6-inch Black Series figure. Look at that, I still buy them sometimes. I was just checking out GameStop last weekend, and I had my $5 coupon to use, so I like to go in there at the end of the month and see if there's something in there worth, you know, buying and get my $5 off. And I found the brand new release of the Star Wars Black Series Commando droid from the Clone Wars. So this is number 18 in the line for this box packaging. I always called them assassin droids, but I guess they're commando droids. I'm not the biggest Clone Wars guy in general. I'm more of an original trilogy, but I have watched some of the Clone Wars seasons and of course Bad Batch, and these guys pop up in all those shows, and these are kind of like the really bad droids that they got to fight that are really, really tough to beat, really athletic, acrobatic, got the vibro blade and the guns, and they're just harder to kill than the typical battle droid. So very cool figure for Black Series to have in the line finally. I've only messed around with it a little bit so far, but right now I'm really happy with it. I mean, the joints are nice. It's got pretty good articulation. The hips are a little bit limited. The neck and the head have a lot of articulation to them, so that's really good. But yeah, really cool figure. Very happy to have them in the line. I actually ordered a second one from Hasbro, so I'll have 2 of these guys on my shelf at some point here. So that's my number 4 figure for this month, the Black Series Commando Droid. Very cool figure. All right, number 3 this month is going to be another vintage Kenner style figure by the Next 17. This month, I got my order in of the brand new Muff Tack figure and the Rebel Ground Crew figure. If you don't know the Next 17, they're basically an independent toy company in Europe that's making figures that Kenner never made in the original vintage style. So of the 2, it's definitely Muff Tack's my favorite. It's just really cool to get another alien for the Cantina set. Simple sculpt, 4 points of articulation, big old blaster gun. I got this guy a little bit early because I was a Patreon member and had early buy opportunity, but I think they're going live on the regular site for everybody, like probably when you're watching this video. So check them out online if you're interested in these. Very cool figure, and this Muff Tack is just outstanding. So I'm very happy to have them in my collection this month. Number 3. Number 2 this month is a jumbo figure. You guys have been waiting for me to buy another jumbo figure. I know you have. So yes, I collect a lot of the jumbos by Gentle Giant. They're up on the wall here behind me, and I have them mixed in with my Kenner collection behind me. Like all those 12-inch figures you see there are like blown-up versions of the original Kenner figures made by Gentle Giant. This month, I got a Gentle Giant figure given to me by my friend Bruno. Bruno passed on this awesome Cy Snoodles figure that he was given to review from Diamond Select. He's got a big channel on Instagram. You can check him out, Hidden Level Toys. He asked if I would donate a couple of my original Kenner figures so he could do some toy photos comparing the 12-inch with the originals. And then he passed this one on to me, which I'm very excited about because you guys know I love Return of the Jedi and all the Jabba's figures. And this is just a great figure. She also comes with a mic stand right here. And of course, this is the first of the trio that's being released supposedly this year, with Droopy McCool coming soon and then Max Rebo and his piano. So all 3 of these are going to come out eventually this year or maybe into next year. Here's a look at the packaging for Cy Snoodles. You can see the image from the film they used there. And the back of the card looks like this. And there you see Droopy McCool and Max Rebo coming soon. There she is. What a lovely lady. If you're interested in picking these up, they have a handful of figures online right now available, and then you can pre-order the rest of them that are coming out soon. Retail price is usually around $80 to $100 for these figures. I think Max Rebo's a deluxe, so he might be a little bit more. Anyway, so that's my number 2 this month, is Cy Snoodles from the Gentle Giant Jumbo line. And a big shout out to my friend Bruno for passing this figure on to me. He knew I loved the Jumbos, so really appreciate it, man. Speaking of Bruno, he's got an amazing basement collection that I filmed 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to put out a collection video of his toy room. Another amazing basement collection, guys. You're going to love it. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, number 1 this month is a vintage Kenner Star Wars item. Very excited about this. This is something that I've had on my list for a while, and I've actually had a very incomplete version of up until this weekend. And I was at Harry's Toy Show and caught my eye a couple times, and I ended up going back and buying it. I picked up a nearly complete vintage Kenner Droid Factory with the R2-D2 with the 3rd leg. When I brought this back home and combined it with the other parts and pieces I had, I have a fully complete set, I'm pretty sure, except for one single droid arm. So I need that one last arm, and that'll complete the set for me. So I'm hoping I actually can pick that up at ICC-Con, because there's a lot of guys who are selling miscellaneous loose parts for sets like this down there. But look at this set. It's just awesome. This, of course, was one of the first Star Wars toys that Kenner put out when the movie first came out. And it was kind of this idea that you could build your own droids and let your imagination go wild and, immerse yourself in that world of Star Wars with the cool robots, the cool droids like R2-D2. Of course, the prize piece of this set is R2-D2 himself with that 3rd leg. He is pretty decent shape. You know, the sticker's got a bit of staining and wear to it, but not bad. Now, I haven't gone and really played with it much yet. I haven't built any of the droids yet, but I intend to do that. I do need to get the instructions. So if someone has an extra set of instructions you want to send my way, I'd be happy to receive that. So one more awesome Kenner item added to my collection. Very happy with this one. All right, guys, so that's it for this month's video. Thank you for watching. Leave me a comment below what you think of my collecting pickups this month. And again, ICC-Con in Nashville, May 16th through 18th. I'll be there all 3 days. If you want to hang out at all, just send me a message and let me know you're going to be there. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you. Bye.